You guys absolutely killed it with the support in part 1, so as promised, we are back at it again with things players hate in Hearts of Iron 4 part 2. By the way, thanks to everyone who left suggestions in the comments for part 1, some of which I included in this video. If you enjoy this video, and especially this series, be sure to like, subscribe, and keep commenting your ideas. And without further ado, let's get into some stuff that we all fucking hate. Number 1. Quality of life features requiring DLCs. In the last video, I said, in By Blood Alone Peace Conference update, they added an option where you take an enemy's navy directly, and I gotta say, this is probably like the single best thing in the entire update.
Single best thing.
But I completely forgot that this feature is locked behind a DLC. Like, I get it, some content is gonna be locked behind a DLC. That's why they're called DLCs. Like, Ethiopia focus tree requires DLC, perfectly understandable. Italy focus tree, I'll allow it. But simple quality of life features, like, come on. We ain't rich, Paradox, and you're telling me that I have to pay $20 just to take an enemy navy. Unfucking believable.
Did you do it?
Yes.
What did it cost?
$20.
Number 2. When you forget to research trains. Last time we talked about when you forget to make trains, but this time it's when you forget to research trains. You'll already know that having no trains, it means that your logistics just get completely fucked. Now, if you forget to make trains, it's not the end of the world, because you still have access to the Commandeer Civilian Trains button, even though you do have to sacrifice a bit of your stability. But if you forget to research trains full stop, you can't produce trains, and you can't even click the Commandeer Civilian Trains button. And trains take like half a year to research, so your army's going to be starving for the foreseeable future. Good job. Number 3. Supply hubs taking like a decade to build. You guys notice a pattern here? Turns out we just hate fucking supply. Basically, after No Step Back, you only get supply if you're like right next to a supply hub, and some parts of the world, let's just say, lack supply hubs. No big deal, right? Let's just build a new supply hub. Wrong! These things cost more than Elon's bank account, like, holy shit. If you're a small nation and only have a few civs, then, see you in a year. And I know there's the reorganized railway network decision, I know, but it still takes fucking forever regardless. The thing is, alright, follow my logic. To distribute supply, surely all you need to do is build like a fucking platform for trains to park at, and then you can unload supplies, right? Why the hell does that take 20,000 construction cost? Like, why is this so expensive? This thing is like the second most expensive building in the game after a nuclear reactor. And it's just like a train platform. What the... Oh my goodness. Number 4. Undeletable divisions. Arguably the most brilliant thing about HOI4 is its flexibility and the ability to do whatever the fuck you want. And then Paradox just throws undeletable divisions at you. The worst part is, the majority of these divisions are not even good. Like, what the fuck is that? The biggest offender has gotta be Italy, with all the shitty-ass colonial divisions. Like, oh my god, they're so bad! What the fuck is this? And I can't delete them, I can't edit them, I can't do anything with them. They just have to sit there, taking up my supply, doing absolutely nothing. Like, get the fuck out of my face! Number 5. Stupid achievement requirements. Okay, I get it. Before you guys all go completely crazy in the comments, I get it. That's the whole point of achievements. Some achievements are just meant to be difficult. But there's a difference between being difficult and just being petty. Like, holy crap! I remember trying to get the Battle Cry achievement, which requires all Chinese and Japanese cores as a warlord, and oh my god. The Americans ended up liberating the fucking Mariana Federation in Saipan, which is a Japanese core for some fucking reason, and I had to wait decades but while tensions to go down so I could justify without the stupid British throwing out a guarantee. Needless to say, my computer suffered permanent fire damage after that. Like, oh my god, I was playing Shibe Sanmar until 1967. Holy shit. You should definitely be able to get the achievement if you're missing maybe 1 or 2 states, instead of having to restart the entire run from scratch. Number 6. Railway Gun Assignment AI. Railway guns are actually, like, mad OP in HOI4, which is kind of surprising considering they're, like, dog shit in real life. And in HOI4, you're able to attach railway guns to an army, and that railway gun will follow the army around providing support. Or at least it should do in theory. Like, I swear to god, half the time I assign a railway gun to an army, it just randomly gets stuck in the middle of fucking nowhere and stops following the army around. Like, Paradox, fix your game! Most of the time, I either just, like, stop caring about the railway guns, or I have to move them around manually, and that's just a fucking pain because the front line keeps changing and I have to keep moving my railway guns around. Like, Jesus Christ. Number 7. Conditional surrender never working. What the fuck even is the point of this button at this point? Like, I'm willing to bet that none of you have ever used this button, unless you're using commands or mods or other add-ons. And by the way, for a bit of historical context, in every single war before World War II, and even some minor side theaters of World War II, countries don't necessarily fight to the death. Oftentimes, war is ended by conditional surrender. But nope, in HOI4, if you go to war, you have to fight until one of you is dead and buried. The AI will never accept peace. Like, why? Sometimes you want to just go to war, take a few states, and get the fuck out of there. But instead, you're stuck there fighting until the Soviets capitulate. And that means you're walking to the Urals. So, yeah. Have fun. Number 8. War score calculation. To be completely fair, war score nowadays is really not that bad anymore. Believe me, before By Blood alone, it was atrocious. The way it's calculated now is still kind of stupid though. You're telling me that the Soviets are entitled to the majority of the war score just because they spent the last 3 years losing to the Germans. Losing! What the hell? Sometimes, if you're a minor Axis nation and you literally carried Germany's ass by naval invading the UK, you're stuck there with 5% war score. Like, what the fuck? Even though I crossed the English Channel and Mr. A.D. Schmittler was just sat in Berlin doing fucking nothing. Oh my god. Paradox, please make a few more tweaks to war score. Number 9. Focuses that require war. Oh boy, we're back at it again, with focuses that require stupid prerequisites. No, most prerequisites, albeit annoying, are still doable. You just gotta plan ahead, do a few big brain plays, and you got the focus. But if you get a focus that requires war, then good game. There is no way you're getting around it. This is especially bad if you're a democratic nation and you've got those stupid ideological restrictions, or god forbid, one of those poor countries stuck with a shitty ass Together for Victory focus tree. Like, I paid $15 and I get a focus tree that's half locked until 1940. Brilliant. What's worse is that these focuses that require war are also the same focus that give you bonuses you need for war. So you need to do these focuses to be able to fight, but you also need to be at war to do the focuses. What in the fuck? Paradox, this is a strategy game, not Inception, goddammit. And finally, number 10. AI spamming infantry. We are finishing off with the age-old HOI4 classic, AI spamming out divisions. This is so fucking annoying late game, because no matter how much soft attack you have, no matter how strong your divisions are, what the fuck are you gonna do when they have 30 divisions on every tile, and more divisions coming in from behind, reinforcing every time you do knock out a division? And guess what? The AI spamming out divisions also slows your game down, so if your PC wasn't on fire before, well, it definitely is now. This also happens at the stage in HOI4 when you're kind of just sick of the game, you can't really be bothered to micro, and you just want a battle plan, but you can't because every German who has ever lived and will ever live is sat on your border. Like, oh my god. Hands down, the worst thing in all of late game HOI4. So guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Comment your ideas down below, and if you want to see more, like and subscribe.